What's poppin'? So it's time for some more Draft League content. Week 5 of the PPL to be precise. Last week was kind of crazy with the triple final gambit and the quick draw, quick claw Galarian Slowbro hacks, combined with the fact that I did not knock out any Pokemon since Joey sacrificed all his Mons except his last one. Which, I mean, if you think about it, it's 11-0. Technically it was a 1-0, right? But he sacrificed all his Mons. I couldn't knock out anything. He had 1 Mon remaining. He knocked out all my 6 Mons from it. It's 11-0 if you think about it. But it's going to take me a long time for me to recover from that one. And so I hope to do it within the course of the next few matches. This week, though, we're taking on Jay, who has a pretty powerful team. He's got Greninja, Baxcalibur, Volcarona. You can already see from the first 3 that we have our work cut out for us. I'm not even worried about Volcarona. Like, I have a lot of great options for it. I'm more worried about the Baxcalibur and the Greninja. Those mons are crazy, but one thing to note is that Baxcalibur can't Tera. In this league, it's only the lower tier Teras, so we don't have to have a repeat of last season of the other draft league we were in where Baxcalibur could Tera, and it was pretty dangerous in that format with high tier Teras, so we don't have to worry about it this time. We have a guaranteed counter in Fortress, actually, which I am bringing for the first time in this season, the debut of Fortress, so excited to hopefully see it put in the work. But one thing to note is that he does have Alolan Muck. That was like one of the first mons that kind of caught my eye when looking through his team, because Alolan Muck holds a very special value to me. For people who have been watching me for a long time, if you remember, the saying, never bring Trick Room to the Trick House, that originated from Draft League, from Alolan Muck. When I used to have it on my team, I faced a guy who brought Trick Room versus me. I clicked Curse with Alolan Muck as they Trick Roomed up, and I proceeded to sweeping their entire team with Alolan Muck. Very special moment and an iconic Pokemon in my Draft League career, I guess you could say. So I love Alolan Muck. I don't think it gets Curse actually, but anymore, including some other stuff. But I do love Alolan Muck a lot. I loved it when it had the ability to use those 50% berries, which got nerfed unfortunately, but Gluttony is still cool. Gotta watch out for that mon. And then he has other defensive options like Uxie, for example, which is a great mon that could either set up screens or rocks or T-Wave or all kinds of stuff like that. It's just an annoying mon in general. Could be something that we have to watch out for. But yeah, Serena is actually his only form of hazard control. So if he doesn't decide to bring Serena, that means that our Fortress can get spikes up as much as possible. The strategy I wanted to go with for this matchup was to try to get up hazards with Fortress, right? 1 or 2 or 3 spikes potentially. And then we have a very heat Chinese Eevee spread, Tera Water, the Dudunsparce with Coil, Roost, and 2 attacks. The moveset was suggested to me by my good pal Emil, who actually said that this set would be pretty decent. I was trying out a whole bunch of sets. I, of course, provided the Chinese Eevee spread. And this set here is really cool because of the fact that his only fairy type is Wigglytuff. And I don't think Wigglytuff is great versus my team by any means. And I don't think he's going to bring Wigglytuff at all. So, Dragon Tail is going to be great for phasing out Pokemon like the Baxcalibur, the Volcarona, pretty much everything for that matter. And also the Orthworm, which is a huge threat. His Tera captains are Galarian Articuno, Electrode, and Orthworm. Galarian Articuno definitely is a stronger Tera captain in terms of what it can do in terms of damage, but Orthworm is a mon that I feel like he's 100% going to bring because of the fact that it is a fantastic counter to Ursaluna, because Ursaluna can, it can Drain Punch the Steel variant of Orthworm, but if you Tera Ghost, it can't do that, but it can Crunch. But then Orthworm, it's kind of fast, it can Iron Defense, it can Coil. You have to make a lot of plays because Earthquake is doing nothing because of its ability. Body Slam is doing nothing because of its typing. It's a tough mon, so I think Orthworm is 100% going to make an appearance along with Greninja and Baxcalibur. And the reason I don't think Volcarona is coming is because I have so many mons that can pressure Volcarona. So yeah, I don't think he's going to bring that. But this Dudunsparce set I think is really cool because Coil boosts our defense. If he doesn't bring Volcarona, that's one special attacker he's not bringing. Greninja actually is not really great against Tera Water Dudunsparce, especially with this much SpDef and HP. Very bulky. Take a look at the Rattled ability. Its speed is raised if hit by a bug, dark, ghost type, or intimidate. Bug types, let's think about that, right? Or just bug moves in general. Greninja's U-turn, Serena's U-turn, Volcarona's Bug Buzz, stuff like that. Dark, we have like Dark Pulse from Greninja, knockoff from Alolan Muck. There's that as well. Intimidate, he's got the Tauros, Paldea and Aqua, whatever form, Water Tauros. Can intimidate me and give me speed boosts. Ghost, I don't think it's gonna really be an issue unless he's Tera, Blast, or Thorn with Ghost type attack, but we could Tera Water, and so that could happen. But yeah, the speed here is to outrun Tauros, Water Tauros, if it intimidates us a couple times, or if we get Dark Pulse a couple times. It's faster than that, faster than Greninja after 3 of those activations of Rattle, so pretty good. And yeah, I love Facade a lot on this mon because, say for example, we get burnt by Flame Body Volcarona or poisoned by Alolan Muck, which is very easy to happen. We'll have Facade for that, and then Dragon Tail for everything else so that they can't set up. Really bulky set here, so could put in a lot of work. Heavy duty boots because of the opposing hazards potential from Earthworm and other stuff like that. And he has like, because I have only Rapid Spin, he has a Ghost type, which is Earthworm, which is really bulky. It's gonna be tough to Rapid Spin, so I have boots on like half my team. Yeah, then we have Meowscarada, which is a really good mon. I was tempted to run Priority, but Dory convinced me to run U-turn because he was bringing a bulky Serena, and I found it to be more useful than Priority, like Sucker Punch or Quick Attack. Yeah, just a mon that can be faster than Greninja naturally. Good attack and muscle bend actually kind of gives us more damage output versus things like Baxcalibur with low kick, which can Oko in Protean and also do a lot of damage, if not Oko, in like dark type form or something like that. Because yeah, this muscle bend really kind of just pushes the mon to like KO stuff, so it's really good. Fortress is there for spikes and also just a guaranteed Baxcalibur answer because of Gyro Ball for Dragonite sets, Body Press for regular sets, and also for Greninja. Rapid Spin can remove hazards. Spikes is good for the Dragon Tail to shuffle things out and get spikes damage. We got a bulky Quacklevolt with protective pads, bulk up roost, and 2 attacks. Mainly just there for Baxcalibur, because if we bulk up, we can kind of outpace it pretty easily because Baxcalibur is boosting its attack and speed. We're boosting our attack and defense. So it's a good mon to overwhelm that and other mons on his team. Ursaluna is there with AV. Joey was testing with me. Emil and Joey were both testing with me, but Joey was bringing this one Galarian Articuno set with Tera Flying and Choice Specs, and Hurricane was 2-KOing everything. So this AV set in particular does not get 2-KO'd by the Hurricane. And initially I was running like a more offensive Ursaluna with AV, but this is a more defensive Ursaluna with AV, and I think it can do a lot better. Drain Punch and Crunch are for the Earthworm forms, Steel type and Ghost type, and then Earthquake Body Slam is just good in general versus everything else. Finally, we have Scream Tail. Now Scream Tail I think is really good because first of all, its speed is going to be Baxcalibur speed, so that we can encore Sword Dance sets. If it's Dragon Dance, we have Fortress, which beats it, and I guess if we coil up a couple of times, the Dudunsparce can beat that too. But yeah, I do like Scream Tail for the fact that it can encore Pokemon such as Baxcalibur and Uxie, as well as Galarian Articuno's Calm Minds and Earthworm's Iron Defenses or Coils. And it can just Wish the team up. So I found Wish to be super useful due to the fact that it can just bring back Ursaluna, or Ursaluna make it healthy, Fortress, the Dudunsparce, things like that. Good support mon overall. And that is going to be the squad. So I do anticipate him to bring Greninja, Baxcalibur, maybe Volcarona. Alolan Muck looks really good. I think he'll bring that because it's his best answer versus the Hoopa. If he doesn't bring Alolan Muck, he gets 6-0'd by Hoopa, which I didn't bring. So I expect that mon to make an appearance. Really, if there's a way that he can bring like the Dark Pulse mons or the Intimidate mons or the Knockoff mons or whatever, or the U-turn mons, if he could bring that versus the Dudunsparce, we're gonna have a fun time. We really are. So this battle is gonna start soon. Let's just hop right into it whenever it begins. Hope you all enjoyed the team builder, and yeah, see you guys for the battles whenever it begins. So we'll hop right into it when it starts. Week 5 is about to begin, and we are officially past the halfway point of the season. Now for the important part, to choose the music. Kind of leaning towards Arvin for this one. Arvin's kind of calling out to me. We'll go with that. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we switch it up next time. Hopefully we get some good fortune from the music, but opposing trainer has been found. Let's see what he decides to bring versus us this week. He's got, okay, the Greninja, Orthworm, Excalibur, Water Tauros, Uxie, and Alolan Muk. Honestly, these 6, it's not bad. Not a bad 6 to face. He didn't bring any strong special attackers besides Greninja, of course. I think he's the strongest special attacker he has, but that's honestly not bad for our Water Tera Dudunsparce. He didn't bring like any of his electric types that he has on his team. He has got a couple actually. And no Volcarona. So this is fine. Like the one thing that I noticed is that also also no Galarian Articuno, which is another Tera captain he had on his team. Yeah, this is fine. I feel like maybe what we could do in this, what could we leave it? Because his potential leads are going to probably be Greninja or Uxie for you know, just nice fast momentum, as well as Uxie for rocks, potential screens, or whatever it can do. But Fortress looks solid because of the fact that, you know, I feel like we can get up a spike or 2 or 3. I feel like spikes are going to be really good in this matchup, and the fact that he doesn't really have something that can really break our Tera Water Dudunsparce, which is really bulky. I feel like there's nothing that he can really use to break it with other than maybe Excalibur, depending on the set. But, I mean, if we get Coils up, we're in a good spot. So, I feel like our strategy here is just to get up a spike and put in work. Let's see what we can do. He decides to challenge us. This may or may not be his first mistake. It could be ours, but I don't know if it will be. We'll find out. Okay, so he leads with the Alolan Muk. We lead with the Fortress. This is a pretty easy spikes here, I'm thinking, right? Because, yeah, he could have Flamethrower or Fire Punch, but we have Sturdy. We can guarantee live and attack. If he decides to knock off here, we could go Ursaluna on the next turn. But I do want to get up a spike, at least one, because it's going to help us out a lot in the long run. Especially seeing that the win con is going to be the Dunsparce. I'm thinking, because he doesn't have a lot of ways of breaking it, I feel. So he switches out here. Okay, cool. Spike is going up. And another thing to notice is he didn't bring any hazard control either, so our hazards are there to stay on. I think he only had Serena as hazard control, so yeah, spikes are gonna be nice. Now, in practice, Joey has trained me well. Always go to Dudunsparce on Orthworm. Orthworm is a problem because if it sets up Iron Defense or Coils or whatever, it's going to be very difficult to break. But if we bring out Dudunsparce on the first initial setup, we can actually outpace it. We have Dragon Tail, so we can send it out, and it can't break through Dudunsparce. So he gets up a spike. Okay, that's good for us right now because we can literally just... We don't have to Tera here. We can get up a Coil. He's not set up. We don't have to Tera just hit. I could save my Tera for Greninja or for Water Tauros, because that might try to tempt them to stay in to try to fire off a strong hit, but then we get the typing to take hits better. He switches out, so something that comes in is going to take a spike unless it's Uxie. Yeah, so we get the Coil up though. So Uxie could be a couple things, right? It could be Dual Screens, it could be Calm Mind, it could also be Trick, I guess, which kind of makes me not want to click Coil. I'm kind of tempted to click Dragon Tail, because even if it's like Trick and it locks us in or something like that to a choice item or something, but okay, it's Reflect, so that's good. Yeah, but if it did that, like, not the worst thing in the world. I'd be locked into Dragon Tail, and he doesn't have a Fairy type, right? So you could literally just spam it, get more spikes up later, and do it even more. But yeah, Reflect is fine. He gets sent into Greninja. He gets sent into this Mon. Now, Gren, of course, the more powerful special attacker on his team of 6 that he brought. I'm tempted to Coil, but also at the same time, getting damage on the Gren is actually going to be really good. I could Facade or Dragon Tail as well. I do know that I want a Tera right now, but whether I go for Facade or Dragon Tail is the question. If he decides to Dark Pulse and I get a speed boost, I could Coil, but I do kind of want damage on this Mon. I think I'll go for... Decisions. Let's go with Dragon Tail. And he switches out, so this is actually the best case scenario. God beef. Is that the Tauros? It is the Tauros. Wait, does it have Intimidate? Hold up. It does have Intimidate. Okay, so, I mean, it does lower my attack, but with Rattled, I get a speed boost now, so we can get some nice, faster coils on other stuff, like Yuxi, for example, which I'm sure we outrun now if it's a defensive reflect set with screens. So we get the Tera Water off here, we get the Dragon Tail, the spike damage is clean as well. Nice little Dragon Tail coming out. Didn't do much at all, of course, because of Intimidate. We're back at neutral attack. But we have more setup opportunities for us. We're at +1 defense as well. Defense is going to be there for good. And he goes back Excalibur. So, Excalibur's hurt by the spikes. We're at +1 defense. I could Dragon Tail this out if it tries to set up. I could also Coil. Let's do it. Let's Coil up. Switches out. Ah, he's switching out. He's taking spikes out. He's dancing all over these spikes. Goes into Yuxi here, okay. So we get a little Coil going here, which is what you love to see. So because it's dual screens, should I keep going for Coils? I think I will. Because Coils are kind of nice. And we are, of course, faster than the Yuxi now that we have activated our Rattle, or he's activated our Rattle. Ability. Psychic, okay. That does nothing. Let us continue. Let us keep setting up. Because why not? We got nothing to lose from Yuxi. This is only doing like 20%. Maybe less. Yeah, about like 20-ish. Let's think. Okay, so there's 3 turns of Reflect left. Okay, 3 turns left of the screens. I could Roost here, but like I don't get knocked out even by a crit. I'm gonna Coil up again. So he's gonna click what? Psychic? Okay, that's fine. I did a little more. Okay, that's a crit. And a Spit F try. Speak of the hacks. That's fine though. Let's just Roost up. It's still not going to be doing that much, and the Reflect's going to wear off very soon, so we can get a big hit off. Oh, he switches. Nice. Okay, that's fine. Goes into Alolan Muck. Wait, what? So Psychic into Spit F drop into Alolan Muck, which is a physical attacker, unless it's got like special attacks or something. But I don't think it has that, right? Let's just go for the attack. Let's get damage. I want damage on this Mon right now. Through the Reflect too, that did a hefty chunk. Ooh, he doesn't know about the Facade poison. I didn't get poisoned, did I? Did I? No, I didn't. Imagine Poison Jab, Poison Touch didn't poison me when I wanted it. That's crazy. But I think now with the Reflect gone, this Alolan Muck should get destroyed. Assuming he decides to stay in, of course, but I don't really know what he'd want to go into. Right? Because everything kind of just falls to this Pokemon. Orthworm, I guess, could take hits, but we just Dragon Tail it out every time. Him switching around is taking spikes damage on his Mons, except for Yuxi, of course, which can't do anything anyways. This is looking really good. Like, we are in probably the most ideal position ever. With a ton of Coil setup as well. He didn't get the poison on us though, but that's fine. It would have been way worse for him if he got it. Yeah, Orthworm. Okay, cool. So, how much is this Facade gonna do? Ooh, did a lot. Okay, that was a crit. That's fine though. He crit me, I crit him. Let's Dragon Tail it out. Keep it nice and low. Goes for body press. That does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. And we send it out too. Beautiful. Alolan Muck is back. So I certainly, in this position, want to attack. I think just attack and knock it out. I could roost here, but I don't think it's worth trying to fish for a poison when I really don't need it. I mean, it would have been great to have on that turn, but I don't think I need it. And I also don't want to get knocked off, because if I need to switch out, love to come back in and not take spikes. Because I'm -1 SpDef right now, right? So Gren probably does a decent chunk. I'll have to do the calc later, whenever it comes out. Dead. Let's go. Alolan Muck is gone. So Orthworm comes back. I don't know if this monk can do anything. Okay, it has a citrus berry at least. So the cool thing is that it doesn't have residual HP recovery from leftovers, which means that any chip we get is permanent chip, unless he's got rest, which I don't know if he has it or not, but we're gonna roost up here because we saw how much body press did before. And so it's gonna do literally nothing. We're gonna get back to a good amount of health. And then, maybe I'll get an extra coil, why not? Why not be greedy at this point, right? It's not gonna do anything anyways. He can't really hacks me with this mon. Goes for body press, cool. And let's just get up a coil, why not? Let's be greedy. Let's be a little greedy. Look at this mon, so beautiful. Tera water, shiny. Oh, he's going for coils. Ooh, okay, so we're trying to coil together. I see you. And now I'm not going to see you for a little bit. Because we're going to send you flying. Body press. Yep, does nothing once again. Dragon Tail out. Goodbye. And good riddance. So let's see what comes in next. It's gonna be... Ooh, the Tauros is back for another Intimidate and another speed boost. And now we're gonna be faster than Tauros and Baxcalibur at +2 speed. Yep, so my Dudunsparce, of course, as you saw from the team builder, is Emvee to be faster than Max Speed Tauros and Max Speed Baxcalibur at +2 speed, because I knew either a Dark Pulse or a U-Turn or Intimidate or something like that was going to be in this match. Now our speed is doubled. So we'll be faster than Tauros here. If he decides to stay in, I'm sure we will knock this out. From this range especially, we've coiled up quite a bit. Intimidate shuffling has not been useful for him, especially because of the spike, making it very unfavorable to do. Facade comes out, and how much is it going to do? It's going to knock it out completely. Let's go! This is going to be a Dudunsparce sweep, I think. Oh shoot, I think it's going to be a Dudunsparce sweep. Unless Greninja, like... Okay, wait a second. So, we're going to be faster than Greninja if he decides to Dark Pulse to try to flinch us. Uxi's going to come in. I'm sure it's going to try to set up a Reflect because at this point in time, the Dudunsparce is too strong right now. How much is this going to do? Let's see. Okay, that did a lot. You know, imagine if we were poisoned. We would have knocked out every single mon. This mon would not be able to get up a Reflect. That's fine, though. I'm also fine with not taking residual chip every turn. Psychic's here. It's going to be doing... It's going to put me down about half. Let's just go ahead and roost up here just to get as much health back as possible before we knock this out. Oh, this is so cool. The Dudunsparce is literally giving him the toughest time ever. This is so fun. Oh, the Dudunsparce. This is why you are the king. This is why you got the crown on your head right now. Oh, this is crazy. So now half his team is gone, right? Alolan Muck, Tauros, and Uxie. He's got 3 Mons left, which is going to be the Greninja, the Baxcalibur, and the, what was the last one? The Orthworm, I think, right? Yeah, so Orthworm's already below half. Gren and Bax have already taken Chip from coming in and taking Spike. It's got to be Greninja that comes in now. I'm sure. But the Dudunsparce is sweeping. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. That's the Gren, right? Yeah, it's the Gren. Okay, so Gren is in. Let me think. We're -1 Spadef. We don't know what this set is just yet, but he has not opted to go for an attack versus us, meaning that maybe he's afraid of going for Dark Pulse, or maybe this isn't as strong as we think it is. According to the calc, we are, in fact, at 309 HP. We are out of range of a -1 Dark Pulse from an offensive Life Orb Greninja. We're out of range, it seems. So, let's Facade. Oh, he goes for Extra Sensory. I don't even think that was Protean, right? Because his type didn't change. And that is Life Orb too, so. Goodbye. Why wasn't it Protean though? If it's Life Orb. That's weird. But that's fine. Protean, even Protean would not have knocked me out. As you saw from how much health we have. And I did the calc as well for a Life Orb Stab Dark Pulse. So Baxcalibur's in, and versus this Mon, I think I could Roost, but at the same time, I mean, like, I have Fortress, right? Fortress can easily revenge. However, I don't want Baxcalibur to get out of hand, especially if it's weakness policy. Like, I could switch here to preserve the 6-0, but I also could probably just attack, which is my better play, I think. Just to get damage on this thing to guarantee put it in range of a Gyro Ball for bulkier sets. And he decides to Dragon Dance. Okay, cool. So, Dragon Dancing here means that he will probably be able to do enough with Glaive Rush to knock me out. Unless he can't, but I think Glaive Rush is really strong. So, I don't mind letting this Mon go down. It's put in so much work already, so I'm happy with what it did in this match. Close enough to a sweep, right? So let's just let this thing go down, and then we can bring in Fortress right after. Glaive Rush, yep. Oh, we ate it up! Yo! We actually just ate that +1 Glaive Rush. Oh my lord! Yo, Dudunsparce. Yo, Dudunsparce. I'm sorry for ever doubting you. I apologize. I apologize to everybody and to Dudunsparce for ever doubting that it could not survive a +1 Glaive Rush from that range. We must have actually have so much defense boost right now, but here we're gonna definitely go into Scream Tail because you already know. We got the Encore, we're packing the Encore here, we're gonna just lock it into Coil, Dazzling Gleam twice to knock it out because I'm sure he's gonna probably Tera. He has not Terra'd yet, why hasn't he Terra'd? I guess Steel is good versus the, if he was Tera Ghost, it would have actually been able to be immune to the Facades at least from when it was switching in. But this is fine. Yeah, he's gonna Tera here. Okay, so I figured as much. I figured the Tera would at least come out now. At the very end. Yeah, Tera Ghost. I knew it was gonna be Tera Ghost. Tera Ghost is literally the best option to bring versus my team. I guess he didn't want to be weak to the Meowscarada, but I didn't even bring that out yet. Coil, yep, so you already know this game is pretty much over. All we gotta do here is lock it in. Lock it into Encore. And he's gonna be locked into it, yep, and it's over. Wow, what a game. Okay, so these games that I've had in this league in particular have been, or I guess in like many leagues, I've just had some of the most entertaining, interesting games. Like a Dudunsparce sweep is insane in a draft league, and a 6-0 at that. We have not lost a Pokemon in this game at all. Even though I thought the Dudunsparce was going down, it held on for dear life. to that Glaive Rush. Actually kind of comfortably too. Like, I don't even know if I want to give it another kill. I don't even think it would knock it out from that range anyways, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was like thinking for a second, do I want to switch out into something and give that Mana kill? But I don't care about stats or anything like that. Other than 6-0. 6-0 stats, I'll take it. Wow. Incredible. Incredible game. Dudunsparce, you did a great job. And that is going to be GG, it's Emvee. 100% GG, it's Emvee for that one, because like 6-0 Dudunsparce is wild. Absolutely what you love to see. That's insane too, because like Quackville, we got the Quackville sweep. Pretty much like it's just put in the most amount of work. And now Dudunsparce, I think, has surpassed that. Cool. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this game as much as I did. Of course, GG's my opponent. Definitely check out his side. I'm very interested to see his reactions to Dudunsparce, so I will be watching his side too. So that should be interesting to see. But yeah, that's gonna put us at, I think, 3-2 right now. Only games that we've lost were Hack's losses pretty much, right? So this has definitely been the most unfortunate season that I've had for any L's that I've gotten, but for the wins have been extremely defining. Except for, of course, the forfeit win that I got for week 3, which was unfortunate. But yeah, really entertaining games. Loving how much work the team has been putting in, and how just so like cinematically entertaining, and just it's crazy how some of these things happen in our draft league games, and you only see it on this channel. Like the whole final gambit stuff that happened, the Quackville just tearing through, the Dudunsparce coiling up and sweeping. Good stuff so far. But yeah, only what, 3 weeks left, 6, 7, 8, and then playoffs. So hopefully we can end it off strongly and get fortunate, or continue the fortune, I should say. But yeah, definitely subscribe if you haven't already. It'll help a lot in our journey to 100K, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.